Katahdin is calling from Georgia to Maine, more than 2,000 miles. My feet keep me sane with the good days and bad, the joyful and the sad. Adventure awaits without a care or blame.
Hey everybody, it's Gecko here. I just thought I'd get out here outside the apartment complex and kind of do a little walk down here by the river. There's a little road down here that kind of goes off into the scrub and ends up down by the river, the Blanco River. So I got a new tripod, so I'm not having to hold my phone with my hands. It's one of those little tripods with the bendy legs, so I can do my walk by and walk up and walk away shots once I get on trail. So I've been meaning to get one of these things forever. I had one a long time ago, but it was really cheap and it broke. This one seems to be a lot better. So it's what, February 5th. I've been here a month now, back in Texas, from the end of my seasonal work contract at YMCA of the Rockies in Estes Park, Colorado. And I have to be honest, I'm bored as hell. I'm ready to get out there on the AT. Man, you don't know. So I weighed my pack last night. Took out everything that wasn't, everything that was food and my empty water bottles and whatnot. It was 20 pounds. That's pretty heavy for, you know, a through hike backpack. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. I still haven't been to REI. I did get a couple of last minute things for my gear. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I decided not to get an inReach device. I did do that gear video, so y'all have pretty much seen everything I have. So y'all did see it, but I got a spot device instead of an inReach device. It was cheaper, although it is a lot heavier and bigger. And I got that external hard drive for my iPhone, so I can download my photography onto it, so I can keep my space free on my phone for videos. That's a 2 terabyte external hard drive. I did show y'all that. And then I got an inflatable mattress pad to go with my accordion pad, just for extra cushion and as a measure to keep anything from like poking through the bottom of the tent and puncturing the mattress pad, the inflatable one. I did receive a a messenger text yesterday from somebody who had seen my gear list video, I guess. She had a Close Nature 1.5 tent, and she was complaining about how heavy it was. It is 4 pounds, which is heavy for a tent. It's not an ultralight tent. And she's also going to be hiking the Appalachian Trail this year, probably about a week after I get there. But she had just bought 2 new tents of the Lashan 1, like the one she had. And she was saying she would be willing to gift me her old one. It was still in good condition. She'd only had it for 2 years, and it was lightly used. And it's 2 pounds. It's a trekking pole tent. Kind of like the one that Habitat uses. It's the same setup. So we talked for a bit, and I decided to accept her offer. So she said she was going to mail it today. I haven't received a text message from her yet. But that would be a real big help in getting my base weight down. I think I am going to go ahead and do an REI run. I thought about going to Cabela's, but it's more hunting and fishing oriented, you know, like, and it's not so much hiker oriented. So I think I would have a better selection if I went to REI. That requires me to driving into downtown Austin, which I hate driving into the big cities. So I'll take my backpack with me, and I thought about seeing if I couldn't trade out my Osprey 65 liter for a smaller backpack. That would help cut my weight too, because that Osprey is quite heavy. If I can get away with like a Granite Gear 50 or like a Gossamer Gear Gorilla 50 liter, or even a 40 liter, if I can fit everything in a 40 liter, I'd do that. Because, you know, my clothes bag isn't that big. The biggest thing I'm probably going to have is my food bag. And then I have my Climate Wild Aspen 20 degree sleeping bag, which is also about 4 pounds. But it's pretty compact. I don't know. I'd have to see at REI if they have a better option for a sleeping bag too. And since I've never used any of this gear, like my Close Nature tent, the sleeping bag, and pretty much the backpack too, I've never, as far as the tent and the sleeping bag go, I've never even taken them out of the bag. They've never been out in the field. The backpack, I haven't taken it on trail either. It's just stored my stuff. So they'd be like new condition, and they could probably get full retail price for them. So I wouldn't have to get a new tent, because she's going to be sending me that tent, hopefully. And I know the Granite Gears are only about $89, $90. That Osprey was about $189, I think. I'd have to get back on Amazon and see what the going price is for it right now. So I might be able to trade out that gear without actually having to pay anything. But I don't know. Even if I did have to pay something, it wouldn't be that much comparatively. So that's the struggle right now, is getting my base weight down. Also, I need decent hiking clothes. These pants that I'm wearing, I was going to be hiking in, but the cell phone pocket is here in the crook of my leg, and that's not going to work. Also, when I'm standing up, the legs go like down halfway down my shoe, but when I sit down, they're high waters. So I want a better pair of hiking pants. My fleece pullover, my quarter zip, it's an extra large, which is really big on me. I swim in it. So I need one that fits me better, because, you know, I've lost 40 pounds. So, and these pants are honestly too big. I have to wear the belt. I need some pants with a smaller waist. Technically, I could probably, these are 36s. I could probably get away with wearing a 32. But the jeans I wore, or the jeans I just bought, were 34s. And even those are big on me now. So I probably need to get down to a 32, because once I get on trail, I'm going to lose even more weight. I'm probably good on my waterproof bags. I think the bag I have set aside for my food bag is going to be big enough. So that's going to be good. Another thing I have to take into consideration when picking out, possibly picking out a backpack is can I put my accordion mat and my trekking poles inside the main compartment and close it? Because checking it onto the plane, I don't want anything strapped to the outside, and I don't want anything in the outside pockets. I want everything to be in the main compartment. And I'm not going to be taking a carry-on bag. I mean, it's a 2-hour flight. What do I need to take on the plane that I can't put in my pockets, you know? You know, earbuds, my phone, my cigarettes and lighter. So, yeah, and then it's just once I get to the airport, I'll be taking the MARTA train on the red line up to Sandy Springs Station. I'll wait at the REI across the street for Ron's AT shuttle service to come pick me up and take me to Amicalola Falls State Park Visitor Center. Now, the person I was talking to yesterday about the tent did confirm that they do have free tenting for thru hikers behind the visitor center, so I don't have to make a tent site registration or anything. I'll call them to double check that, but we'll just have to see. A part of me is always wary about contacting people online, you know, because I've been burned in the past with scammers, and I'm not saying that they are, and I don't want to offend anybody, but you know, I did give her some information about me, and I did check her out on YouTube and Facebook, and she did have legitimate sites with videos, hiking videos and everything. So I'm fairly confident that she's not a scammer. But I did, give out my address and my phone number and my real name. So, and if she watches this video, I apologize. I'm usually not this distrusting. It's just, like I said, I've been burned in the past. So I'm hoping it's legit, and I'm hoping that we'll see each other on trail, maybe at trail days. And you know who you are. I'm not going to give out any names or anything. But yeah, I've just been trying to fill my days here. I mean, and I've kind of flipped to a night schedule again. That's my default setting. I'm a night shift person. And I know I'm going to be having to hike during the days. I'm not hiking a long distance trail at night. I mean, I may do some night hiking eventually, but it won't be like all night. So I don't know. REI did say the best days to bring my stuff in for a shakedown would be like Monday through Wednesday when it's not as busy. But it's been kind of chilly here the past couple of nights, but tomorrow, for the next 3 days, temperatures are going to get up into the 80s. So I'll probably, hopefully go tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow's going to be what, Thursday? No, tomorrow's going to be Friday. I was going to say I was going to take my backpack out and go hike in Purgatory Creek Natural Area with my pack, but if I'm going to be trading it in, I don't want to take it out on a trail. Just to say that it's never left the house, to get a better trade in. So, I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, I've been working on some Suno music. I've got more songs that I can use on my AT playlist for my videos. And I'll probably work on some more. I've done a couple of like blues songs. And I've done a lot of trance electronic songs, which turned out freaking awesome. I got about an album's worth that have the same like type of sound that I can make an album out of. And I did take one of my songs and submit it to Spotify. I'm just waiting to hear back from them on whether it's going to be accepted or not. That's eventually going to be one of my income streams, hopefully. I don't know how much money I'd make off of it, but, if people like the music and listen to it, I'll get the royalties on it. We'll just have to see. I did work with my co-pilot AI and came up with another book series that could possibly turn into a TV series. It's very relatable to the TV shows that are out now. And I worked with the AI, got it wrote. It's novella. It's like almost 15,000 words. But it's a complete story, and it'd be like an intro story to a series, which it is. The outline I have has it slated for 10 books or 10 novellas or whatever. So I got it written. It's submitted into Wattpad, and I'll put that link in the description. It's called The Sensory Files, Echo Street. So that's the name of the series, The Sensory Files. And I won't go into a big explanation about it. I'll save that for the people who want to read it. But Wattpad has become a pipeline to Hollywood lately. There's been several movies and TV series on like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Studios that have become TV series and movies. And those royalties, especially if it's a popular multi-season series, there's the potential for a six-figure income right there in royalties. And that's just from the series. That's not including the book sales. So that's a possible income stream. Hopefully it's going to be a big income stream. It's written, it's published, it's out there. So far it's gotten about 133 views, but some of that was me actually going on the pages and publishing them. So I don't know how many of those are actual people surfing into the site. There have been a couple, because there have been comments, saying, hey, I got an idea where you could tweak this and we can get it out there with maximum exposure and blah, blah, blah. They're a business person, entrepreneur wanting money. But I have it submitted, so it'll be reviewed by Wattpad to be in consideration for Wattpad Studios to be, submitted out to like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon. And some of those people that look for talent for those mediums come onto Wattpad and look for stuff. So hopefully it gets recognized for what it potentially could be. All right, I'm going to turn y'all around. I just got to the river proper. I've been kind of walking the bank, but I'm going to turn you around and show you what I'm seeing. All right, well, there we go. So that's something that I'm excited about. And I think here in the next couple of days, I'm actually going to start writing the second book and get it out there and ready, and probably have a delayed publication because you can schedule it. This is a typical river in the hill country. Doesn't always have water, but this will be raging if we get a lot of rain and it starts like flooding, because we are in a floodplain, a flash floodplain. They call this area of Texas Flash Flood Alley. Coming off the Balcones Escarpment in the Texas Hill Country onto the Blackland Prairie. So, and people come down here and fish. There are fish out here. And the water is crystal clear. So that's how I've been feeling my days lately. And trying to find something on my streaming services to watch. I've watched everything. Right now I'm rewatching the Jack Ryan series, Tom Clancy. I never watched like the last 2 seasons of it, so. And I got, 3 more weeks. I gotta fill my days somehow. If I could leave earlier, I definitely would, but right now it's just, it's colder up there than it is here. getting some photos. This is the first time I've been to the river down here. You can see the apartment complex up there. Oh. So that's pretty much my update right now. It's a waiting game at this point. My airline's paid for. I got my reservation. I've already paid the shuttle driver to come pick me up. So I just have to do it, you know, once the day comes, the 28th of this month. You know, get up there, get dropped off at Amicalola Falls Visitor Center. Hopefully it'll be before they close and I'll be able to go in and talk. I may be able to go ahead and get my hang tag that afternoon. And then I'll grab a tent spot behind the visitor center, set up my tent, and crash for the evening, get up the next morning. If I already have my hang tag, I'll get my arch photo and my walk away, and then I'll complete the approach trail, go up the stairs by the falls and head up Springer Mountain. And I'll probably set up camp that first night at the Springer Mountain Shelter, which is about a mile past the southern terminus there, and then I'll walk back the next morning to the southern terminus, and then I'll walk however many miles my body feels like hiking. It'll be at least 8, but probably be more like 16 or 18, somewhere in that range for the first actual day of hiking. Having done the 8 miles on the approach trail, we'll see how my body feels that second day of hiking, the first official day on trail. And then it'll be about 3.5, 4 days to Neal's Gap. And that'll be my first resupply. And that's pretty much as far out as I've planned. I did bookmark a web page that has all of the road crossings and resupply exit points with the AT mileage on it. Like, this road is at this mile marker, Nobo. So I can, you know, see how many miles I'm going to be hiking per day, roughly, and plan out how many days of resupply I'm going to need at each place. You know, and I'll pretty much go resupply to resupply, you know. Because I'm not trying to overthink this thing. I'm just, you know, as long as I'm surviving on trail, I'm good. I'm definitely not trying to overthink things and cause myself more stress. I'm on vacation. You know, I don't have a job looking forward to until I get towards the end of the trail, and I can start looking on Cool Works for seasonal jobs and hopefully have something lined up when I get off trail and you come back here to Texas and, you know, grab my truck and head out to my new job, wherever that may be. It depends on how the Appalachian Trail treats me. If I make it to the end, which is the goal, I am doing this Appalachian Trail through hike to make it to Katahdin. If I want to hike another trail after that, honestly, I probably won't have enough to do a trail the very next year, I'm gonna have to work somewhere and save up the money, because honestly, I'm kind of a little bit worried about the money that I have saved to complete this through hike. It's probably enough, but I have about $8,000 saved. A little less than that now because I'm having to dip into it while I'm here. You know, mainly for like food and cigarettes. Once I get out on trail, I won't be buying as many cigarettes because I'm going to be doing the Zen nicotine pouches while I'm on trail as much as I can. You know, I'll probably like keep a pack of cigarettes on me just to like have one in the morning and one before I go to bed. But I'm going to try to keep just taking the Zen pouches during the day. And eventually, my goal is to get off cigarettes 100%. That way I can eventually wean myself off the nicotine pouches and be free from that addiction totally. That's the plan anyway. Because it's not necessarily the nicotine that I'm addicted to. It is, but it's not the main thing. The main thing is the habit and the actual action of smoking and the routine. That's what I'm going to have to break free of. Anyway, that's pretty much my update for now. I may put this in my AT2026 playlist, or I may just put it in the hiking rants and rambles section, since I'm not on the trail, and I'm pretty much telling y'all pertinent information that y'all already know at this point. It's just an update. So I don't know, we'll see. Oh, man. My other big worry. Oh, I just got a text. Hold on. Okay, it stopped the video when I went off to look at what was sent. The woman that was going to send me the tent, she texted me. She mailed it back. She mailed it out today. I should get it on Monday. And she took a picture of the receipt with the tracking number and everything. So, yay! Thank you very much. And I look forward to talking with you. I'll text you when I'm done with this video. And if you watch the video, hey, you know when I got your text. So yeah, that's gonna help on my base weight. That's gonna cut my tent weight by half. That's awesome. And thank you so much for offering this tent to me. I know last time I updated y'all about my subscriber count, it was at 257. Well, it's 269 now. A lot of people are starting to subscribe, and welcome to the channel, you guys. Thank you, and I hope we have an awesome adventure. So thank you for joining me for that. I was going somewhere with that. Yeah, and it's just, I'm looking forward to interacting with you guys, and maybe even meeting some of you guys down the trail. I don't know. I'm also hoping that my Patreon subscriber base is going to grow. I have one member right now. She's not a paid member, and she's kind of like an extended family member. She's one of my half-sister from her other side, so I'm not technically related to her, but she's really sweet, and hopefully I get to meet her someday. She's kind of helping me with some genealogical stuff, and she sent me some photos that she had got restored digitally. So that was awesome, and thank you so much for that, by the way, if you're watching this. That's a beautiful sunset. No clouds to speak of, but it's still quite beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it down right now. I am still planning on doing a through hiker terminology video. I just have to research a couple of more terms. Not research, I know what they mean, but I need to know exactly what they mean. And I may be forgetting a few, so I'm gonna go through my list and add some more as I find them, and then I'll go ahead and make that video. It'll probably be like on a hike, like at Purgatory Creek Natural Area, or I may come down here to the river and set up and just have the tripod filming me as I'm sitting by the river. I don't know, we'll see. It'll be spectacular. So let me go ahead and turn y'all around. All right, well, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, swipe that notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a new video here to Gecko's Trails. And also, when I start on the Appalachian Trail, I'm not going to be doing this little outro section of each video, because it's going to be about the hike, not the channel, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna and I won't be doing any like intro bits either, hey, it's Gecko, y'all know who I am at this point. So once I get on trail, there's not really going to be an intro and an outro, because I think that would kind of take away from the experience as a whole. So that's my thinking on that. But anyway, if you know anybody that is interested in through hiking, or likes watching through hike adventures, or wants to know more about seasonal work, because I do have those playlists for you guys, go ahead and share them with family members, friends, anybody who you think would be interested, and kind of get the channel out there. Having been said, y'all stay safe, y'all stay sane, and get out and hike a trail. Even if it's around your neighborhood or in a green space, or if you have access to a state or national park, I highly recommend it. And if you are a veteran, look into the Veterans Park Pass. It's a lifetime pass, and it's free. And you can find that on recreation.gov or the nationalparks.gov, or just put it in a search and it'll come up. I just did that. I got my Parks Pass, and it's for life. And I think a lot of states also have some sort of free or deeply discounted Parks Pass. So definitely look into that if you're a veteran, or like retired government employee. I think that counts as well. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but it's definitely something to look into. And I'm gonna get a lot of mileage off of my Parks Pass in the future. So, till next time, bye.